Oh yeah, it is. Can't believe it's Sunday. It feels like Saturday. I feel like I lost a day somewhere in there. Just finished shooting we call it a podcast, a vlog. I don't even know what you want to call it, with Amanda for my YouTube channel. Went really well. Flowed really nice. Bit of nervous energy, which is interesting when you're with, I think when you're with someone else who you love, it's like the nervous energy comes from. How's it going?
Good. Oh,
I'm shooting. Is it? I'm quickly shooting a vlog.
what's that?
I'm shooting a daily vlog. You can walk through, go for it. It's not very serious.
What are you talking about?
Just my day.
Yeah?
You can join in if you want.
Oh, yeah? I don't have anything to say right now, but
You sure?
just continue as normal. I'm not here.
What was I talking about?
Got no
I was
idea.
talking about my day. Where am I up to? The cake's there too.
Oh my god.
I'll pretend you're not here and I'll keep going. It'll
Okay.
sound like gibberish.
That's alright.
What was I talking about? I just finished shooting a vlog with Amanda, 45 minutes. Went well. I felt like I had some nervous energy. I'm up to 110 days of shooting these, and it's still different when you have another person, more of an interview style. Where does that come from? I guess it's like different energies, different perspectives. It is a different style in terms of not just speaking my mind, but analysing and guiding where other people are going, trying to steer the ship a little bit. We spoke of my Vipassana meditation that I did, 10-day silent retreat, and just how spoke to my experience and how profound it was, what I struggled with, what my intention was going into it, how that a lot of it was around my ego, how that drove my decision to do the retreat, and then in the retreat how my ego was served in many ways. And I think it's a good reflection for myself of how that is possibly driving decisions in my world currently, with the direction I'm heading and the power of the mind and ego, and how that can take control of the ship. That's where I find a bit of inner conflict between my heart and mind, and the thought patterns that don't serve me and how they take over, trying to almost take away a lot of the stressors in my life and the things that don't serve me, in order to help reconnect with my heart. And I think when I'm in that place of the best version of me, that there's more clarity, but it's in turn trying to trust in myself, trust in my intuition, trust in my heart, and just come back to that continually. I think it's a practice, something that is always there for most people, but in the last few years I've drifted away, got a bit off course, continually trying to challenge my mind and body in different ways. And it was good to just reflect on my relationship and Amanda's influence, and how that has expanded my capacity in terms of like coming back to the meditation practice. Speaking of how that is a core part of her world and how I've incorporated that more into my life, how it has benefited me going through more guided meditation. And although I've spent 100 hours doing a Vipassana, it's something that I still struggle with and is probably like a lower priority than what it should be often. So it's good to be open to what other people do with their world and their routines, and how just being observant of other people and their practices, and also knowing that you have to try these different things as well. There's no right or wrong. There's no clear path that fits all individuals. We have to just try and experiment and give things a shot, but find within ourselves what works. What's challenging me at the moment? Yeah, I think it's that the noise. I woke up this morning, there's quite a lot of mental chatter, noise that doesn't really takes up a lot of my energy and capacity, trying to just recenter myself a bit. I did a 15k run this morning from Bondi to Coogee and back. Really nice coastal run. Just trying to be pushing the mind and body, but trying to be present with myself and the world around me, and not letting the future and my thoughts control that time. Almost trying to use that as a meditation practice and being really present with myself, trying to not worry about the future. I think it's trusting in myself and the process, not getting too caught up in a state of fear in the future and how I conduct myself going forward. There's a lot of uncertainty, and it's a place that I've been, place that I've operated from a while, but just trying to not see that as a bad thing, but a good thing to have. It's also the freedom that comes with my lifestyle, and embracing that and not trying to fight it. I feel when I'm the best version of myself, the ideas, the creative side of myself comes out a lot more. It just flows. Life doesn't feel so rigid. It's the surrendering to the fluidity of my direction. I think 2025, like I've spoken to, is about inviting more joy into my world, and knowing that it's not a thing, it's an emotion. And so it's like, what are the decisions that I need to make within my environment to change the external world and the internal world as well? What will invite more of that feeling? I feel it doesn't have to be fleeting or temporary. It can be something that's in the majority of your days. I know obviously not every day is going to be full of joy and happiness, and all the beautiful things of life is also part of the journey, is allowing all emotions in, not when they arise, whatever they are, not resisting them, but just allowing. I feel the back end of this week I had a few challenging days, a few quite deconstructive negative thought patterns coming through, trying to acknowledge those and to, I think, work with them, work through them, not to fight them so much. It's when you get attached to the what we call positive emotions. When you get too attached to those and they slip away, it's like that sinking feeling, and it's like you're being pulled under again. But just remembering to breathe and know that everything's going to be okay, and trust in whatever you need to trust in, whether that's yourself or the world or a religion or a higher power or an energy, or just trusting that the basic needs are met of safety, of having food, shelter, people that love me, the simplicity of life. It's a lot easier said than done, but it's continual practice. It's the same as the meditation. It's coming back to that place. It's training the mind to come back to that place of neutrality, and it takes time and practice, but it's being conscious, being aware and conscious of your thoughts, knowing that, I think a big one for me is disassociating from them too, and allowing thoughts, whatever they are, but not being attached to them either. Not knowing that they come and go, but I am not my thoughts. Oh yeah, 3 minutes, checking the timer. Knowing that they are not me, they are a function of the brain. I think what I have been coming back to is what ignites my soul, what lights it up. Even speaking earlier, I feel at the core of each of us there's things that are like core to our being, and for me it's coming back to those, and that's nature, spending time in nature, spending time with quality connection, being present with myself, physical exercise. Connection is something that I don't often prioritize, but I'm putting more time into deep connections with good people, sharing experiences, creating memories. I think the thing that still challenges me is the word of purpose, and not getting caught up with that, but in turn just knowing that you in yourself is your purpose, and everything you are in this current moment is purpose. And I think it's about being present with yourself, being present with the current moment, and knowing that everything is perfect in this moment, although we have the ability to shift and change and recreate our internal and external world however we so desire. But it takes hard work and it takes commitment. I think it's good to reflect in this current moment. It's like where I am in space and time. It's like if you told me I'd be here 6 months ago in Bondi, you'd be like, I couldn't really describe this reality to you 6 months ago. And it's a good reminder that what the future holds is always so unknown, and it's that's the beauty of it. anything can happen in a short amount of time, and my life, as people would know, is quite spontaneous and quite off the cuff. Last year was a great example of doing a big breathwork session, having some big breakthroughs, and being on a plane to Canada 2 weeks later. It's the beauty of the freedom of my life, and I'm grateful for having that and knowing that 2025 is still in the early stages, and anything could be in store for my year. And I think just instead of fighting that and worrying about it, just surrendering to it and feeling that, the feelings that you want to feel, picturing that future, drawing those thoughts, feelings, emotions, bringing them into the now. As Joe Dispenza talks to in his meditations, it's bringing that future, projecting that into the now. The mind doesn't know the difference between reality, between what is real and what is not. An example of that is when watching a movie, you can easily project yourself into that and feel the thoughts, feelings, emotions that the people are feeling in that moment. And through the power of meditation and different practices, you can really live in whatever reality you want to create. But yeah, it's another beautiful day. So much to be grateful for. Today, I'm most grateful for the beautiful people in my world, the beautiful environment, the food, the memories, and I'm grateful for all emotions that we feel. Happy Sunday.